Gravity returns. There is a distinct feeling in the pit of the stomach that every seasoned investor recognizes. It greeted many of you this morning upon checking the European pre-market data. It is not the thrill of the ascent. It is the visceral, weightless sensation of the roller coaster finally cresting the peak and plummeting downward. Your coffee is likely getting cold on your desk right now. Let it. What we are witnessing requires your full attention. As I look at the screens this morning, the everything rally in commodities has hit a brick wall. Silver, which recently traded at a euphoric $120, is currently changing hands at 74. That is not a correction. That is a liquidation. Gold has been dragged down in sympathy. Copper is retreating. Platinum is being decimated, and oil, the lifeblood of the economy, is signaling that the abyss is staring back. The contagion is spreading. Do not make the mistake of thinking this is isolated to precious metals. Judging by the pre-market bloodbath, the entire raw materials complex is being dragged into the abyss. The chemical industry, already on its knees, looks poised for further destruction. Tanker stocks and speculative miners, which were darling trades just 24 hours ago, appear ready to suffer the exact same violent fate as the metal itself. The market does not discriminate in a panic. It sells what it can, not what it wants to. The correlations are going to 1. The psychology of the pendulum. A core tenet of our philosophy is the pendulum of investor psychology. It swings from flawless optimism to hopeless pessimism. Last week, the pendulum was at an extreme of optimism. Portfolios were swelling, and millionaires were prematurely calculating their billionaire status. But as Benjamin Graham famously taught us, in the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, it is a weighing machine. Today, the weighing machine has arrived. It is fascinating to observe the silence of the crowd when silver was at $18. At that price, when the asset was truly attractive, YouTube was silent. The experts were nowhere to be found. Yet, as price crossed 50 and approached 100, the cacophony of buy recommendations became deafening. Those who bought the quiet accumulation phase at 18 are the ones selling today. Those who bought the noise at 120 are currently learning a very expensive lesson about the difference between price and value. The delusion of linear extrapolation. The most dangerous words in investing are "this time is different." Recently, I heard pundits proclaiming that silver must go to $600 to reclaim its historical purchasing power. This is what I call first-level thinking. Second-level thinking asks, if silver is 600, what does the rest of the world look like? If silver is 600, copper is likely 25. At those prices, the cost of electrification becomes prohibitive. The green transition halts. Those calling for $600 silver are implicitly betting on a hyperinflationary collapse of the modern industrial economy. Be careful what you wish for. A test run, not the funeral. However, let us not mistake a crash for the end of the cycle. While the violence of this morning's move, silver shedding nearly 40% in a blink, is terrifying, I do not believe this marks the secular top. As the legendary trader Jesse Livermore observed a century ago, there is nothing new in Wall Street. There can't be, because speculation is as old as the hills. Whatever happens in the stock market today has happened before and will happen again. I suspect this is a test run. It is a necessary flushing of the tourists. Before the true parabolic rise can occur, the market must first humiliate the speculators. The actionable reality. If you did not trim your positions when the crowd was cheering, you are now forced to hold through the pain or sell into weakness.
As Seth Klarman reminds us regarding risk, risk is not inherent in an investment. It is always relative to the price paid. We're moving from risk back to uncertainty. If you have cash, congratulations. The opportunity to buy dollars for 50 cents is approaching. But patience is now your only ally. Drink your cold coffee. It's going to be a long day. Atlas Shrugged Capitalist.